Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, I am going to build a Twitter live follower counter using Node.js. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and press the notification bell to stay up to date with my latest videos. Now let's take a look what we are going to build in this tutorial. So we are going to add a live Twitter follower counter in your display name like this. Now if you click on this follow button, it increases follower by 1, but to see the changes over here, you have to refresh the page. Now as you can see, it updates the follower in your display name. So without any further ado, now let's start coding it. So first create a new folder and name it live counter like this, and then open this folder with your code editor. I am going to use Visual Studio Code. Now I have opened the folder with the Visual Studio Code. Now open your terminal and create a package.json file using npm init command and add -y flag to use all the default values and hit enter. As you can see, it creates a new file called package.json. We also need to install some npm packages. First one is Tut, second one is Axios, and third one is .env. This package is basically a Twitter API client for Node.js. It helps us to deal with the Twitter API easily. And second package is Axios. This is basically a promise-based HTTP client for the browser and the Node.js applications. It helps us to call different API endpoints very easily. And the third package is .env. It helps us to store environment variable in our Node app. So we need to install all these three packages. So to install that, open your terminal and type npm install and your package name. First one is Axios, second one is Tut, and third one is .env, and hit enter to install all these. Now as you can see over here, we have installed all the three packages. Now after that, we need a Twitter API keys to call the Twitter API endpoints. So to do that, first search for Twitter developer in Google and open the first URL developer.twitter.com. Now after that, click on developer portal. This will open a dashboard for us to create a new project. Now click on this create project button and then name your project. I am going to name it live Twitter followers counter and click on this next button and then select your use case and then describe your new project and then hit next button. Now name your app. This should be an unique name like live Twitter follower counter and then click on this complete button. Now we have successfully created a new app. Now copy your API key and paste it somewhere like this, and copy your API secret key as well, and then click on app setting button and scroll down a little bit and then click on this app setting button, and after that click on this edit button to edit permissions. We want read and write permission to update the profile information. Just select this radio button and then click on this save button. Now after that, click on this keys and tokens and then generate access token and token secret by clicking on this button. Just copy it and paste it over here and then copy this and paste it. Now click on yes, I saved done button. Now we have successfully stored our API keys and API secrets. Now close this window if you don't need it. Now create three files. First one is app.js. Second one is config.js. And third one is .env file. Here I am going to store my API keys and secret. So first create a key called API key and then copy the value from here and paste it. And second key is API secret key and copy your value and paste it over here. And third key is access token and make it equal to this value like this. And the last one is access token secret and copy this value from here and paste it over here. Now we have saved all the 4 keys and then save your file. Now open your config.js file. Here I am going to create a config object. Then we will export this config object and later on this video we will import inside this file. So first we have to require the .env package that we have installed previously, but we only want this package in the deployment mode. We don't want this package in the production mode. So to do that, first create an if statement and then type process.env.node_environment, and when it not equal to production, then require our .env package. Just copy this code and paste it over here like this. This code means when we are in deployment mode, then only require this package and call the config function. After that, create an object. So to do that, first module.exports and make it equal to an object like this. Inside this, we will store all the API keys and secrets like this. First, create consumer_key and make it equal to process.env.API key. Just paste it over here. And second key is consumer secret and make it equal to process.env.API secret key. And third key is access token and make it equal to process.env.access token. And the last value is access token secret and make it equal to process.env.access token secrets like this. Now we have successfully created an object and exported using module.exports. After that, open your app.js file. Here we need to require some npm packages that we have installed previously. So the first package is the Tut package. To require it, type require and the package name, which is Tut, and then save this inside a variable like this. After that, require a second package called Axios and the package name like this. And the third thing is we need to import this object over here. So to require it, type const config and then type require, and inside this type your file path like ./config to import the config file. Now after that, create a new variable and name it t and then make it equal to new and then call this Tut package that we have import over here like this, and then pass this config object as an argument over here like this. And at the end of this file, type console.log server is started to make sure everything is working fine when we run our server. So to show the follower count in your display name, first we need to fetch the current follower count and then we need to call the update endpoint to update this display name. So to fetch the current follower count, we have to call this tutor API endpoints and we need to pass screen name parameter to fetch the user detail. So to do that, first open your code editor and then create a new function called get followers count like this, and first create a params object like this, and then copy this screen name and paste it over here, and then type your tutor handle from where you want to fetch current follower count. Mine is jsbot101, and after that type T to use this tut package, and then use get http verb to call this endpoint users/so, which is this one, and the second argument is this params object, and third argument we have to pass a callback function. It takes error, data and response as a argument, and if there is error then console.log the error, and if there is no error then log the data into the console like this. Now call this function over here like this and save your file. Now run nodemon app.js to start our node server. If you don't have installed nodemon, please install it first using npm install nodemon -g to install nodemon package. If you already have installed this package, just hit enter. Now as you can see, it logs the user's data. It shows our name, screen name which is jsbot101, and the current follower count which is 2, as you can see over here. So we only need a follower counts, so we have to install this follower count. So first create a global variable and name it current followers count like this, and then update this variable inside this else block like this, and then make it equal to data dot followers count, which is this one. Now if you log this value into the console to see the current follower count, as you can see over here, it shows 2, which is our current follower count. Now we are getting a current follower count. After that we have to update this display name. So in order to do that, we have to make a post request to this endpoint, and it also requires a one parameter called name, that is our display name. So to do that, open your code editor and create a new function called update display name. Now first create a params object, and inside this params object pass this name parameter like this, and I'm going to use template string to update this display name dynamically. So first I copy my actual display name and paste it over here, and then add dollar and then add curly braces, and inside this pass current follower counts variable that we have created over here, and then type followers like this. After that, use a tut package and make a post request to this endpoint account/update profile like this, and then pass params as a second argument, and the third argument is a callback function. It takes error, data and response as an argument, and if there is any error while making a post request to this endpoint, just log this error into the console, and if everything is working fine, then log display name updated. Now we have to call this function over here inside this else block after fetching a current follower count. Just call this function update display name like this and save the code. As you can see over here, it logs our follower count and it also logs display name updated. It means it successfully updated our display name over here. Just refresh this page to see the changes. As you can see over here, we have successfully implemented a live follower count in our tutor profile. Next thing I want to implement is to call this getFollowerCount function automatically after every 2 seconds. So to do that, use this function setInterval and pass getFollowerCount function inside this and add 2000 millisecond as a second argument, so it calls this function after every 2000 seconds. You don't need this code, just remove this from here and save your file and then run your server again. As you can see, it executed after every 2 seconds. Just close your server for now. Now as you can see, it updates a display name after every 2 seconds. But what I want is, I want to update the display name only when our follower counts change. I don't want to update display name when our follower counts does not change. So to implement this functionality, go to your getFollowerCount function and inside this else block, we have to save our display name data.name. I am saving the display name because I want to fetch a follower counts from here and then I will compare this follower count from my current follower count. If this follower count does not match, then only I will call this function update display name. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you. Now, first I have to extract this number from this display name. So to do that, I have to use some regex. This is a very simple regex. It looks like this: display name dot match, and inside this dot match function, paste this regex code. This code extracts all the numbers from the display name and then store inside a array. Now save this inside a variable called follower count like this. Now if you do console.log followers count, just comment out this code for now and call this function manually for now, and then start your node server like this. As you can see over here, it returns an array of string. Let's say you have 455 followers, it will return something like this. But we don't want it as an array of string. We want an actual number like this. So to join all these strings, we have to use .join method to join all these strings, and then we have to add plus sign to convert this string to a number. Now save your file and see the console. It shows me this error. It is because this code. Just remove this code and save your file again. As you can see over here, it returns 2 as a number. This value comes from this display name. Now after that, add a if condition and first type followers count, and if this followers count is not equal to the current follower count, then only call this function like this. I know this part is little bit intimidating, so don't worry about that. Now remove this unwanted console.logs. We don't need it, these console logs. Now next thing I want to implement is to change this normal number to an emoji. So to do that, we have to use number to emoji npm package. So to install, just copy this command from here and then open a new terminal and run this command to install this package. Now at the top of your file, we have to require this package and the package name, which is numbers to emoji, and then save your file. And after that, inside this if block, convert this current follower count to an emoji numbers. Just copy this and paste it over here, and then use the number package using numbers dot to emoji, and then wrap this current follower count like this. Now it will convert current follower count to emoji numbers. Just save your file. Now to see the changes in your display name, first I have to follow this bot using my personal Twitter account and then save this code again. As you can see over here, it shows display name updated. Now refresh your page. Now as you can see, it shows an emoji number instead of regular number. Now go to your code editor and remove this function. Now the next thing is we want to deploy our Node.js app to the cloud server because we don't want to run it locally. So to do that, I am going to use Heroku server to deploy our Node.js app. It is a free service to deploy Node.js app, and the best way to deploy it to Heroku is using your GitHub account. So to do that, first create a file called procfile like this, and inside this type worker : node and your file name, which is app.js, and then open your package.js file and change this index.js to app.js and save it. And after that, create a new file called gitignore like this, because I don't want to push .env file and node modules. So just type .env to ignore your .env file and type node modules like this. Now open your app.js file and comment out this code. So it will run automatically this function after every 2000 milliseconds, and then save this file and make sure everything in your code is working fine. Now after that, click on the source control icon and then click on this publish to GitHub button. And please make sure you already log in with your GitHub account. And if you don't know how Git and GitHub work inside Visual Studio Code, I have already made a video about that. I will leave the link in the description below. Please check it out first and then come to this part. Now click on publish to GitHub button. If you want to create a private repository, just click on this button, and if you want to create a public repository, click on this button. Now as you can see, it is uploading your file to the GitHub. Now it successfully published the GitHub repository, and if you want to see it, just click on this button. As you can see over here, our complete code is published on the GitHub. Now sign up to your Heroku account and then click on create new app button and give some name to your app like live follower counter, and then click on create app. After that, click on connect to GitHub button to connect your GitHub account with your Heroku account. Now search for your repository. Mine is live counter and hit search. Now click on connect button. Now if you want to enable automatic deploy, just click on this button and then click deploy branch. Now as you can see, it is installing all the dependencies that is inside package.json file. Now our app is successfully deployed. I told you at the beginning of the video that we only want to require this .env package while we are in deployment mode, but here we are in production mode, so we don't want to require this .env package. So to access this API key and secret, we have to store it on the Heroku. So to do that, just click on settings and then click on reveal config. And here we will store all these key value pairs. Just copy it and paste it over here and copy its value and paste it, and then click on add button. Now do this with all these. Just copy it. Now after saving all your API keys, just click on hide config and then go to resources. After that, we need to enable this worker to run our app.js file. So to do that, click on this edit icon and then click on this toggle button to enable this worker and then click confirm. Now we have successfully deployed our Node.js app to the Heroku server. Now open your Twitter account. Just click on this unfollow button to check everything is working fine or not. Now refresh your page. Now as you can see, it updates the current follower count, and if you click on this again and refresh the page again. Now as you can see, it's update the current follower count right in your display name. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please make sure hit the like button and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this.